I never thought I would make a story time about someone who I thought was my friend, but it turns out he would cause so much damage to me and multiple people that I couldn't be around him anymore. So before I start this video, I will link a video to someone else's story time that they made about this person because it includes them, and I'm still not going to say any names in this video as well. So let me give you the backstory of how I met this guy named Ted. Yes, I call him Ted because I don't know what else to call him. So years ago, I was still making videos for Little Big Planet and I got a mysterious friend request from a random account I never seen before. Normally I don't accept friend requests on PlayStation, and it's usually because I have a bad feeling about people and I don't know if someone is going to use me for shit and cause a problem. But I decided to accept it because why not? I accept any friend request, who cares? So he joined me since I was in create mode doing something, and it didn't seem like there was anything bad. He looked like someone I trust. And just to let you guys know, this guy was in his 20s, so yeah, you'll find out what happens at the end. So after becoming his friend, everything seemed okay. But that's when things started to get a bit weird leading up to a few years later. Ted would start to get sad and depressed a lot, and he would always assume that he's a bad friend to me and that he thought I hated him. But I would always try to reassure him that I was not mad at him. He would sometimes talk about drama he was especially in this one time when he wanted me to help him with something, and I'm like, seriously, I'm trying to avoid drama and you want me to dispute something that I have no knowledge of or even care about. But I just let it go and just did it anyway. And it wasn't just drama he started, but sometimes he would start shit with people I'm friends with. I didn't know stuff had happened until Ted told me. Sometimes he would say that, oh, this person hates me, bullied me, just anything to get me angry at them and possibly have me start an argument to where it would just get out of hand. And actually, there was this one time that he said this person I know had sent him furry porn or My Little Pony shit. And then the moment he said that, I'm like, wait, what? And I was like that because I know that this guy who I'm going to call John in this video can be annoying and cheat sometimes in Call of Duty. But I know damn well that he would not send fucking porn to him. Like, why would he have done that? He would have gotten banned by now. So when Ted told me this, I decided to play it off because I didn't want to upset him. Most of the time, he would want me to buy a game he plays, and when I told him no, he would then tell me to buy this other game even after I said no a couple of times. He would constantly do this just to annoy me every time he asked me that, especially asking to do fucking share plays, which literally fucks with my internet. Last time I did share plays, my internet went slow, and since then, I just stopped doing them. I would get so annoyed with him always wanted me to get a game, but I just remained calm and gave him a chance. But I wanted to say to him is, dude, shut the fuck up. I don't want to get this game. But why I didn't snap at him is because every time I would say no or something else, he would get very sad and be like, I'm sorry, I'll leave, or I guess I'm a bad friend and you want to delete me. And that's what always gets to me, is that I always fall for the guilt trips every time to where I just give in. I always fall for this shit, and that's something I need to work on so I don't end up giving into shit. Now, you're probably going to ask, well, why didn't you unadd him from the beginning? Well, I trusted this guy so much that I just decided to deal with it. Like, he continued to do this shit with me and some other people he's encountered for the past few years, until finally in 2022 was when the whole friendship between me and him ended. So, what happened a few days ago, I was just playing Rec Room on my computer and I was in a voice chat with someone on Discord named Edward. Hopefully that's not his actual name. When out of nowhere, Ted messages me and saying, do you have time to talk? And I reply back saying, yeah, why? And then he says, your friend was being rude to me in their live stream and told me to go cry. I reported them for harassment. And I just got angry at him. Well, I didn't yell at him at all. I was just trying to tell him not to get upset so much. And plus, this person who I'm going to call Christina, hopefully that's not her actual name though, I've known her for a while, and she was in one of my Little Big Planet videos, and I know she would not do anything bad to people. So the way he said it was like he was not only trying to make me mad at her, but also turn on her. That's when I knew something wasn't right. And Edward, he left the party after Ted told me what happened. So I asked Christina about Ted and showed her the screenshots, and she said she never was harassing him. She was just mad at a game she lost, and Ted came at a bad time being all sad. Then it got out of hand, and as I was talking to her, Ted comes out of nowhere and says to me, Xav, are you going to delete me or are you? But I didn't respond that time because I didn't want him knowing who I was writing to, and he just kept getting depressed and literally saying that he was a bad friend, just trying to get me to feel bad. And when I finally did say something trying to calm him down, he just assumed I was lying and it was not looking good. So I kept trying to tell him that he's not a bad friend because I know what he would do, and eventually he calmed down. But there was this one thing that he said to me as we were talking in the rec center that made me a bit creeped out and questioning about him. So what he said was, well, my mother died and I used this Ouija board to contact her in case she needed something. And when he said that, I was just kind of confused because an Ouija board is used to contact the dead to ask questions. Then, when I went to see one of my friends, he then said his mother died 15 years ago. And then I asked him then, who was the woman I kept hearing in your microphone? And then he didn't answer for like a few minutes until then he said it was his stepmother. But if you thought that ended there, no, it didn't end at all, because what happened next, it got so bad that it just damaged me completely. So that night, I started thinking about the other times that Ted told me some of my friends were bullying him and sending porn to him. After what happened to Christina, I started putting things together, and I decided to get on my PS4 and message him. But while I was doing that, I was in a party with John talking to him about Ted, and as I was talking to him, I asked Ted, did John actually send porn to you or anyone actually bully you? And he didn't respond for a while until finally he said, I'm so sorry. And when he said that, I asked him that same question and he finally admits that he lied. This fucking idiot lied to me all this time just to get me angry at people and ruin everything. The moment he told me this, I was seriously pissed off and I just went the fuck off on him. And as I was doing that, out of nowhere, another friend of mine, including his friends, started messaging me saying, why are you being mean to him? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Stuff like that. And how he managed to get them to go after me is because he used suicide to convince them. So I joined the party with them, and I was still fucking pissed at this point, and it just turned into a mess. Like, I showed them proof that he was lying and all, but they still took his side even when I showed evidence. Then he got John involved, and now it was getting even worse. Before John even got involved, people kept insulting me and accusing me of shit, and eventually I was kicked out of the party. A few minutes later, John invites me and Ted to a party. At first I didn't want to join, but I just went ahead and joined them. John was actually trying to calm the situation down, and Ted kept saying sorry to me, but because of what he did and everything that happened, I just didn't want to be friends with him anymore. I just wanted to be away from him, and I wanted him to do the same. Because no matter how much he apologized, no matter how hard he tried to convince me, I couldn't deal with it anymore. So we both agreed to go our separate ways, and I just got off that night, still upset from everything that happened. But if you thought that was the end of it, nope, it didn't end there. So the next day, I woke up a bit early in the morning, and I checked my tablet, and I see I got an email from PlayStation saying, you violated the terms of service. Which meant this motherfucker reported me, and I was extremely pissed off about it. I'm not banned from PlayStation, guys, but I do got to be careful since this happened. But that wasn't the end of it. The next day, I got on my PS4 and Edward invites me to a PS party, and the minute I joined, he said, Ted just told me that you were saying homophobic slurs to him. And I got so angry at that. First you fucking try to get me banned, and now you want to make up shit about me and say I'm homophobic? What else is next? Are you going to say I'm racist? But that wasn't the only thing. But one of my friends that sided with Ted actually believes me now, because they just told me that not only did he keep mentioning me, but he also kept faking suicide by saying that he was going to get a gun. And then I got more people telling me that Ted had lied on them too. So I'm not the only one. It's like this dude is really trying to hurt everyone. I mean, this is getting out of control. So basically, I'm going to be having to deal with this guy for a while. And I even learned that he knows Edward's real name and threatened to expose his name if he didn't stop talking to me. I have not been having a good month because now I got one problem to deal with if he starts trying to message people on Twitter or PlayStation about me. But at the end of the day, I'm still active on PlayStation and nothing else has happened so far. I can still work on projects I've been making on Dreams, and once I finish them, that's when I'll move on to like PC gaming, because I've been getting into that more than just console. Like, console is fine, but it's not that great. I'll be still active on PlayStation, just not that much. Anyway, that's it for this story time, and the moral of the story is be careful who you are friends with, because you never know what they will do, and don't introduce them to your other close friends either. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter because that's where I'm mostly active at, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.